Hello, my furry friends. My name is Fuzzycup and welcome back to episode 3 of Skybees 2. So, as per usual, I have been a very, very busy bear. So I've been collecting tons of honeycomb in preparation for today's episode. I decided not to go ahead and do a Hang with Fuzzy between episodes and get all the bees, because I think you guys would actually like to see me getting all of those new bees and breeding them all up and whatnot. I'll just edit it kind of a lot because, you know, it's mostly waiting around. But between episodes, instead of doing the bees, I expanded ever so slightly. No, just a tiny little bit. Let me just pop into Freecam. So I made the starter island bigger, and I did the whole texturing thing here. I still might make it a little bit of a different shape, but at least it's not a flat slab anymore. I also made a brand new chunk onto here and raised it up a little bit, because looking ahead in the pack, what I think that's going to happen is all of these are going to probably consolidate down into maybe 4 large apiaries. And as far as I know, the tier 4, which is the highest level apiary, is a 7x6x7, and you can basically have tons of bees in it. And they also do honeycomb blocks rather than honeycomb combs. And yeah, it's going to be much easier to just make 4 big ones instead of like 30 or 40 smaller ones. So yeah, I think it's time to start bringing all of that stuff over here, because we're going to need to do a lot of jarring and smelting and honeying and all that sort of shenanigans to get these bees here. Also, like I said last episode, I did install Torchmaster. So I want to be able to get some of these guys done. I don't know how I can get glowstone. How do I get glowstone? Oh, that's actually fine. Just any powder in a mana pool. We can maybe do that. But this is the thing I want the most, which I still need to get glowstone for. Huh. Well, we need to get this. This is the dread lamp. This will stop all of the animals from spawning. Every single time I go back over to that island, they keep spawning, and they even spawn under here now that the grass is spread. They're everywhere. Everywhere. Anyway, let's pop back up here where everything should already be moved over from the island. See what I did there? And we are ready to get today's episode started. So, what do we have in our little list today? So, we have actually quite a lot of stuff to do. I would like to get all of these, actually no, not that one. I would like to get the gold bee, nickel bee, copper bee, nether bee, obsidian bee, and nether quartz bee made today. Because I would like to get this guy here made from RF Tools. This basically can be used in conjunction with a dispenser and a scraper in it to automatically harvest this. I don't think there is a way with modular rooters, but I'll keep on looking. I will keep on looking, because modular rooters is much less lag inducing. But yeah, we need to get all of this stuff. But before we do any of that, we need to sort out, where are you gone? These little guys here. So we need to get 2 lava bees up and running. And these guys need lava wood, which is lava poured over wood in a casting basin. So we need to make some grout, smelt up the grout into seared brick, use the seared brick to make some seared brick blocks, use the seared brick blocks to make seared fuel tank, a seared melter, and a casting basin. So let's have a look-see after we sleep. How much sand and gravel do we have? Okay, there's 2-ish stacks there. 2 and a bit stacks of that. Okay, let's just go with 2 stacks of each. Then we need some clay, which we don't have an awful lot of. Yeah, we're gonna have to get some more clay on the go. Okay, so we need to make more clay, and I don't have the water source over here. Maybe I should. I was earlier about to make the sink, so I think I had... Yeah, there we go. There's terracotta. Let's make a bucket. Grab some water. I believe the sink recipe is this. It is indeed. And I'm hoping that this counts as an infinite source for this guy. So it looks like it attached. And if I put some sand in there, like so, and ask it to make clay, that does indeed count as a infinite source. I also need to get some organic water made. Where is that made? It's also made in one of them. I think I have another jar and auto jar thingy. Temper jar, auto jar processor, and some cast iron tubes. Nice. Let's get you making some organic water. The reason I need that is I want to make Enderman DNA because I need to get a vacuumulator and I need an Ender Pearl to get that. And Ender Pearls are in this game made by Enderman DNA, which I don't think is a bee. I think it's an actual Enderman. So let's make a ton of grout. By a ton, I mean as much as we can. Stack is okay for now. Why don't you click in? Can't I smelt? Oh, I need a blast smelter. Ah, okay. And then you go here, you go here, you go here, and we have a blast furnace that hopefully will make us some grout. Nice. Where is my organic water going? If I take this off for a moment, will it then put the organic water in here? Okay, that was weird. It was going back into the sink. Hopefully that there will work. Very weird. Okay, well, at least I know we can still make some... what are we looking for? We're looking to plant some nether wart. I swear, every time you start something, something else pop up. Run around the island like a madman. I should have some here somewhere. There we go. Okay, after messing around with it a little bit, I think I've figured that you can't actually use the sink when you are crafting another liquid that involves water. So I should be able to set up like automatic lava generation or automatic clay generation, just nothing that produces another liquid, which is slightly unfortunate, but hey ho. But we should have some of our bricks made over here now. Boom. Let's get more grout going. So we need to make one of these, one of these, one of these. I just need one more piece of glass. Like so, and then one of these. Nice. Oh, and one of these. Like so. Okay, so this is a very, very basic smelter. So this guy here goes on the bottom. This guy here goes on the top. This guy here goes right beside it. And this guy here takes the stuff from here and puts it in there. Very, very crude. But it is the way you have to start off before you can make the big Tinker Smeltery. I think I need some lava now. And thankfully, now with the soul fire underneath, it's just that little bit faster. I wish I hadn't broken all the lava that was there. That would have been helpful. There's all our nether wart. Although, probably that could go in a botany pot. But for the moment, I'm gonna put you here. Can I grow it like this? No, I cannot. Okay, you're going in a botany pot. Then this guy, boop, is some lava. I believe if I put some lava in here and grab some wood of some sort, like so. I can put you there. No, there. Right click this guy. And make ourselves some lava wood. Nice. We just need 2 pieces of that. Let's grab our 2 lava bees also. Like so. Boop, boop. Boop and boop. And hopefully they don't hurt themselves on the water there. I didn't even think about that. Oh well, we'll see. Yeah, so I forgot to press the record button, and now I've already made the nickel bees and the copper bees. Silly fuzzy. But basically it was just breeding the cobblestone bee with the iron bee to get the nickel bee, then doing the nickel bee with the cobblestone bee to get the copper bee, and now I'm in the process of making the copper bees their nectar block, which is me waiting for the nickel honeycomb to come in so I can make the copper oh my god, my brain, my poor brain, to make the copper nectar block. And then the copper and cobble bee need to make the gold bee, and then once again we need to make the gold bee nectar block, which is copper and cobblestone. So I'm gonna go through that really quickly. When I have those ones done, I'll get back to you guys. Also, finally made the bee box, so at least now we can instantaneously let these guys grow up. We don't have to wait, because the cooldown breeding also gets reset when you put them in the bee box, so this shouldn't take too long. Okay, there we go. That is 18 more, which means finally we can make that. I have 2 honey in already, so let us get the copper bee nectar block. Nice. God, I love how quick this is. There's a 1, and there is a 2. Let's get these guys hooked up. Boop and a boop. And now we just need to wait for some copper honeycomb to come in. Breed them up to get the 3rd copper one. Then once again, we need to make a gold bee. So we need the copper bee and the cobblestone bee. Need to do something about these doors. They're getting annoying. I did see there is bee glass, which allows bees to fly through, but you can actually craft it from bee glass into player glass to allow players to go through. And as far as I can tell, it's not that difficult to make. It's just 2 blocks of honey and 2 clear glass gets you 4 bee glass. Maybe I should actually do that too. But for now, let's get you in here. Do our first copper harvest. Grab one of you guys. Boop. A little bit of centrifuging. And our chest is full. Can I actually make... I can make the iron chest upgrades. Wood to iron. And I wonder if I can connect 2 of those together. And let's see if we can make that chest just a little bit bigger. Boop and boop. Maybe I can do it this way. No. Okay, so they don't connect, but at least I have some more room now. Okay, keep collecting this stuff. Keep collecting this stuff. Yeah, the sooner we get this gold bee and we can get that thing made, the timer made, and some automatic harvesting going, the better. Let us grab the cobblestone. Oh, it's a boop and a boop. You make a goldy bee. Nice. And then let's reset your cooldown. Grow the golden bee up. Boop and boop. Nice. Then let's get you and you and you. And do I even have a spot open anymore? I do not. What bee don't I need anymore? I suppose I can remove these guys. I mean, I don't think we're going to need normal honeycomb anymore. Watch me in 2 episodes time need normal honeycomb. Okay, then for the gold bee nectar block, it is copper and cobblestone for a view. And now we wait. Actually, now that I think about it, why don't I also... Ooh, excuse you. As I was saying, we should probably also take the lava bee and the water bee and breed those guys up to get the obsidian bee, which is boop boop. And I believe the obsidian bee is leaves and 4 cobblestone. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 1. That should give us an obsidian bee. Nice. Come here. You are now grown up. You and you come here. Back down. You get in. Oh, it's logistics here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And once again, obsidian bee. Nice. And then you come here. Back to work. 1, 2. I can't forget to harvest. And harvest. We are getting there in the honeycomb. Just what? 16, like 30 something left. To get the obsidian, the nectar block is 2 blocks of obsidian and lava honeycomb. How do I get obsidian? No. 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 Oh, I can put water and lava into the smeltery, which means I need to do something about that little smeltery up there. Huh. That's another segue for us. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna make sure I have the gold bee, and as soon as I have a gold bee, I'll start with that over there. This is painful. Fun, but painful. Okay, I believe that's all of the copper honeycomb. Oh, hello. What are you selling? Shields, coral. I mean, I can't buy anything really. I could buy a blood-seeking iron sword. Okay, let me just quickly make a sword and see what that sword does, because it'll help in killing all these unknowns. Give me the blood-seeking iron sword. And this, ooh, kills it in 2 hits. Wonder where he went. Anyway, back to what we were doing. We now have enough for 4 copper blocks, which means we can now make gold bee nectar block by 2. Nice. Where am I gonna put you guys? We need another bee home. Okay, welcome back. It is actually the next day in real life. I was getting very tired last night as I had just done another Vault Hunter stream, and yeah, I just kind of didn't record anymore and started making new bee places. So I have upgraded one of the beehives to a tier 3 beehive. Why do I keep on saying beehive? Beehive. I'm going to start relocating the smaller bee clusters to here, and I think I'm going to reduce them down to 2 bees of each type per beehive. So I've got all the metallic bees in here, and they seem to produce honeycomb quick enough. So I think I'm going to start putting, you know, like 8 of each honeycombs in here. That way I can knock down the guys over here and consolidate it up a little bit more. Plus, it will be in a much smaller area here, and I think I'll be able to send stuff via modular routers. Just a little bit easier rather than going all the way across the island. So I'm just going to harvest the honeycombs that are there, get the rest of them into the bee box and relocate them to their new homes. Anyway, let's quickly do that and I'll get back to you guys right away. Remember earlier in the episode when I said that I was going to take away the normal bees because I didn't need them? I totally needed them. They're one of the only ones that actually just give the wax block, which I need to make more tier 3 hives. So yeah, had to reinstate them over there. But these guys here, the wood bees, are the last bees that I need to take over. Everything else has been demolished. It's a shame I couldn't keep any of the glass, but I don't have silk touch yet. I'm also collecting up the honey blocks to make the bee glass so we can get rid of those doors. But if you'll recall, like 4 seconds ago, I just said that the honeycombs were the only ones that gave that. I've been an idiot. They all give wax. I was just really confused because the fishy bee gave me diamonds. So I should probably do a little bit of iron honeycombing. Get some iron and some beeswax in the process. Because we're going to need a lot of iron. But yeah, I'll be back in a second. There's 4 blocks of that. 4 of that. Boop. A boop. Another boop. And finally, 2 more little boops. Nice. Okay, so now we have to turn our eyes towards this little thing up here. So in order to get a big smeltery, we will need a seared drain, a controller, tons of this brick, the seared brick. We can reuse that thing, and we probably need a table as well. But the first thing we need to do is we need to get a smelter controller. And the way you get that is you pour 4 ingots of copper over the seared heater. So let's grab some of our seared brick that we smelted up. Let's make the seared heater, which is very easy. Let's swap out some of this for some copper. I can't wait to get this automated, which is where we're going very, very quickly. Hopefully by the end of this episode, we'll at least have shearing and collection automated. So in here, let's put 3 of you. Wait for those. Then 1 more. Pop you in here. Pour that over. I'll let you cool down a little bit. And there is our smelter controller. I don't know why that didn't give me some serotonin. It wants me to make a parts chest. Okay, just for the sake of continuity, let's make a parts chest. 1 parts chest. I believe this just stores like parts that you've made in here, like these little bits and pieces. I don't know why I need it, but gotta do what the quest asked. Let's make another little bit of grout, because to be honest, we're probably gonna need more grout anyway. Get you smelting up, and let's continue on with this guy. So I need seared heater, seared melter, seared casting basin, seared faucet, and seared table. This is a seared table. Nice. And then we should just be able to pick up the rest of this stuff like a so. 1 shoot, 2 drains, at least 27 brick. Okay, finally. Let's put this guy down right about where do I want to put it? Yeah, let's put it down here. Okay, so you go down. Then I need a 3x3. It doesn't have to be 3x3, but I'm going to make myself 3x3. I think the smallest you can make is like a 1x1 very tall smeltery, but I'm going to make it 3x3 because I think I'm going to be doing a lot of smelting and alloying quite soon. So there's the base, and then we have the fuel tank here, which thankfully retained its inventory. Let's put a drain here and here, and then let's put this stuff all the way around, and as soon as we have 1 layer done, it should activate as a smeltery. Nice. And then just to make this guys bigger, all you need to do is just keep on building up like so, being careful not to fall into it, because if you fall into it, you die. It will kill you, basically. But actually, I'm going to take you up to here, like so. Because I want to put a casting table here, and casting table here, and then the casting basin there. And then we can also do our 2 of these guys here, and here. Nice. So let's take a quick sleep. Grab ourselves a bucket of water. I think I have a bucket of lava in my chesticles over here. I have a ceramic bucket, but I still have a bucket. So let's pop you in there. And you can see now that that is filled with 1 bucket of lava. Then I'll put in a bucket of water, and that should slowly convert into a bucket of molten obsidian. Well, 1 block of molten obsidian. And apparently it only took a half a bucket of water. Interesting. 1 more lava. Boop. Nice. Get our first block of obsidian out. Wait for that to cool down. very, very slowly. Boom. Nice. And the second one. As far as I know, it was 2 obsidian and 2 lava honeycomb blocks. So we're going to need to do that again. I get another 2 obsidian. But at least now we have our obsidian bee nectar block. And we can move on with getting these other bees to finally get some automation going. This has been a very, very long and strenuous episode. Obsidian bee nectar block. There you go. Put you guys in there. 1 and 2. Finally give you guys a home. There we go. You guys hurry up and make me some honeycombs. And while you're doing that, I'll move on to the nether bee, question mark, which is obsidian and lava. So I need 2 more obsidian and a bit of cobblestone, and I should be able to make 2 nether bees. Boop, boop. Well, nether bee? Huh. It looks like in order to get the netherrack to make the nether bee nectar block, I need to pivot over to the cinnabar bee and the redstone bee. The cinnabar bee is gold and cobble, and the redstone is cinnabar and cobble. More bee breeding. Whew, okay, quite some time later, we have our 4 blocks of cinnabar. We also need our 4 blocks of cobblestone. I have started to do this little wall in preparation for the automatic harvesting. Hopefully I'll be able to get some sort of a modular router to put into here via a controller, which I think we can actually make. Just need to get some nether quartz. This is doable. Yeah, we can make a quartz grindstone, make up some quartz, and make the controller, a drawer controller. It's getting late. My brain's stopping working. But yeah, let's get some cobblestone. 1 more bucket of honey. Boop, boop. A redstone, a bee nectar block. Finally get these guys pollinating. And then I think we should be... Oh, I made a tin bee, by the way. Not sure if I recorded it or not, but we now have tin. Oh yeah, we can make this guy to get the ender pearls and the enderman. Easy enough. This guy is redstone and iron, which we should be able to get now. We have glass, we have hoppers, we have iron, we have redstone, we have gold. Yeah, I think we can do it now. Okay, so let us start out by making a few dispensers. I think 6 is what we need at the moment. Boom. Now we just need to get a little bit of that redstone. Get a little bit of this. Boop. Of course, we do need a little bit more redstone, but for the moment, 2 of these will have to do. Darn it, I made a dropper. Oops. Do a little sleep so that the bees will keep on pollinating. I think that will be enough for the first setup. So we need 4 of these. Oh, 1 of these. 4 more. Yeah, I probably should have looked at the recipe first. Back to the beehives. Okay, now we should have everything needed to do the first system. So first of all, we need 1 of these guys. So we need 1 of these, which is a couple of nuggets. 1 of those. 1 of those. We have a dispenser, and we need a scraper. Just 3 iron. Did I just see a bee flying somewhere? Boop, boop. Doot, doot, doot. Now the thing about this thing is it doesn't have a durability, but it only scrapes off 1 honeycomb. So the way you get around that is by using this timer. Basically, you attach it to the dispenser, and it will constantly tick and scrape the hive. So first of all, which way does this guy go down? He goes down this way, so that means we need to grab a little bit of glass. So we need to put you here. And you need to go here. And is that going to work is the question. Let's quickly do this. Put you in. Oh, this guy needs to go down on the ground. Okay. There we go. Huh. That's going to be annoying. Well, actually. Dispenser. Locked. Nice. Okay, so that is going to constantly harvest stuff. The only problem with that is now we don't have a collection system. So let's see about getting that Enderman. Okay, so Enderman DNA was an empty DNA, black dye, and netherwort. I think we probably have black flowers somewhere. We do not. But with all of our bone meal, which is somewhere here, we can easily grow this, shear it, craft it, turn you into a cyan dye, and make some floral fertilizer, and hopefully get some black flowers.
A few moments later.
Hey, there we go. Of course, let's make more of those, just so we don't have to do that again. Some DNA. This is done in high temperature jar with let's check all of our spewing combs over here. Grab our Enderman DNA and hope that this doesn't kill us. Ah, that was mildly stupid. Yeah, I'll take you on. Haha. I'm not afraid. I was a little afraid, but you know, it's not hardcore. So that means we can also make a vacuumulator, I think, with iron, redstone, tin, glass, and an ender pearl, and a hopper. Yes, we can indeed. Let's just grab some more tin, more of this honeycomb, grab our iron, which I thought we had more of. We do. We have a lot more of. So, vacuumulator needs hopper, one redstone servo, making one vacuumulator. Nice. Okay, so how are we going to do this? First of all, what is the range of this guy? Pixel thing. What about here? Yeah, that works. Okay. And then we just need on top of that a modular router, which again is gold, papered redstone, iron. We can make one of these. And then a sender module Mark II, which hopefully isn't too bad to make. Sender module Mark 1 is a blank module, yeah, with a piston, yeah. 2 is just with an ender pearl. We're very, very close to doing this. Although I do have a feeling that that blocked the poor bees. What about in the ground? That works, I believe. Yeah, okay. Now we can think about getting the modular routers. And hopefully they go back to working. Oh, and we need the... so much stuff to do. We need to get the thing as well. Some iron bars. A blank module. We just need a little bit of paper. A sender Mark 1. Then piston. A boop. Mark 2 is just some Enderman. Also, I'm going to do this time. Aw, didn't get one. Yeah. Sender Mark 2. A puller module, which is, ooh, sticky piston. How do I get slime? Don't I have slime seeds? Hold on. Hold on. That's the purple slimy and an ender slime sapling. I'm hoping I can use this. Like this. Nice. You go there. Oh, there we go. One slime sapling. one more piston with some slime, making one of these puller modules. I don't think I need a puller 2 module at the moment if that is inside it. Let me just check. So if I put you here and then puller module, I am facing north. So if I do this guy, wait, no, pull from the back, put you in here, you're pulling them, then get this guy, just for the moment, do there, put you in here. Yeah, that works. Nice. Okay, so let's see about making that quartz crusher and getting us some quartz to make the drawer controller. I think that's everything. Well, that's the system of automation done. Of course, I need to do it for all the rest of them, but that will be a between episode thing. Iron and some stone and cobblestone. Quartz grinder. If I put that in there, do I need a crank? God, it's all coming back to me now from playing with different mods. And crank. And quartz dust. I think I probably need a little bit more quartz dust. Some diorite comb. A little bit more dust. Excuse me. I was doing things. Rude. Huh. It's apparently only a chance to get it. How much do I need for the controller? Drawer controller. We need 2 pieces of quartz. Okay. Let's hope we get 2 out of this. And then I believe over in this jar right here, we can make this into quartz. For the other stuff, we need 5 pieces of stone, the diamond, and a drawer of some sort, plus some stone and redstone torches. Okay, I can do that. 2 pieces of quartz, 2 of those. Our one and only diamond, which should be up here. I'm sure I'll be lucky again to get more from the fishy diamond block thing. But this should be everything for a drawer controller. Nice. Up you. I did see a bee here. Huh. How did you get out? Anywho. Back to this. Let's put you here. And then, how did you get out? I'm confused. Where's my other nether bee? Anyway, distractions aside again. Let's take the sender module out, rebind it to here, put it back in there, and that should be this one, fully automated to at least collect, not process, but collect. Let's see that in action. Wait, you can eat honeycombs? Oh, that's where my honeycombs were going. There we go. All the honeycombs going into their appropriate place. Nice. So, after that very, very long episode, I think I deserve a little rest. So, if you liked today's episode, please like the video, subscribe. Very close to 1,800 subscribers, so it'll be really nice if I can get there by the end of this episode. And why don't you leave a little cheeky comment? I do like reading your guys' comments, and while you're down there in the comment section, click on the Discord link to the Bear Cave and join my Discord. Until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.